Good morning, and welcome to OCTV Action News. I'm Edward R. Tomorrow. We start this morning with a breaking news story from investigative reporter Flake Newsman in Ocean City at the Ocean City Inlet, where he's uncovered irrefutable evidence that the OC Inlet was created by a sea monster and not the hurricane of 1933. Flake?
This is investigative reporter Flake Newsman reporting live in Ocean City at the Ocean City Inlet for OCTV. And we have here this morning an eyewitness to the events of 1933. Did you see the so-called monster, sir?
I did.
And how big was it?
Well, I'd reckon it's hard to tell.
Wait a minute, don't zoom in on him. I'm the on-air talent. Okay, keep me in the frame. I need to FaceTime, on-screen FaceTime. Okay, how big was it?
Well, it was scrunched up, you know. It was, it had like 3 humps on it and this long neck. But from what I saw, from the neck to the back, it was probably 60 feet. But if you stretched it out, it could have been 100.
And what color was it?
It was, my recollection was it was a blue-gray, smooth, with a white underbelly and huge dorsal fins. And it had this long neck. It almost looked like a horse's face on it with teeth. And
and how big were the teeth?
Oh, they were huge, 4 or 5 inches. They were huge. And he was like, I don't know if he was in pain or if he was in joy, but he was thrashing all through the inlet. Those big fins of his was just digging up big clods of mud and pushing them out to the Atlantic. And like I said, it was something to see.
And I'm sorry, sir, what did you say your name was?
I'm a told fart.
Ira?
I'm a. Get your ears clogged up there, son. I'm a.
Yes, sir, Mr. Told Fart. Can you tell us anything else about what you saw on that day?
Well, the only thing I remember it was my father and he and I talked about it a lot afterwards, and we both knew that we saw the same thing. And there was a few other people, of course, that saw it, but they're all dead now. I'm the only one left.
So you're the sole witness to these events of 1933. And what do you think of the hurricane cover-up?
I think that hurricane may have done a little bit to cut that inlet in, but if you would have saw that monster digging out those clods of mud, I think the inlet had more to do with that monster than it did with that hurricane.
And does the monster have a name?
We just called it the monster. And that was big enough for me.
Okay, and your name is?
Kara.
Kara, and what do you know about the way the inlet was cut in 1933?
You want the real story or the fake story?
We want the real story.
Well,
because I'm investigative reporter Flake Newsman. The real story.
my grandmother once told me that they have a story that everybody was told about a hurricane, but it's a hoax. They were lied to. You want to know what happened?
Tell me what happened. Did she actually see what happened, or was it just a story that went around?
She was there. She saw it. It was an eyewitness account, but now I'm a secondary reporter, so really how much information do I have? But it's Grandma, so. She said there was a monster, similar to the Loch Ness monster, but bigger. He was really, really big, kind of like a whale shark, but bigger. Loch Ness monster. His teeth weren't all in his mouth. He had they went out, you know what I'm saying?
How big were his teeth?
Have you seen a megalodon tooth?
No.
Well, they're bigger than that. Probably like this big. They were huge. Monstrous. And he was just digging out all the sand. Just trying, I don't know where he was going. But he just started digging.
So why do you think people are talking about the inlet being cut by a hurricane then?
Because no one wants to think about swimming with monsters. They never found the body. He's probably still out there.
Has he been spotted since?
Not that I've seen.
And what do you think about the inlet being cut by a sea monster?
Well, that sounds very far-fetched, but, there could be something to it that might be worth the research. But you got to think about this. This is a big inlet, and it would be one hell of a monster to create this. So, I've heard about the alien sharks out here, too, so could be something to it.
Alien sharks?
I've heard about that, so you might want to check into that one, too, while you're doing your research. I mean, seriously, You never know, but it's a pretty cool inlet. Just to say.
Alien sharks, sea monsters, or hurricanes?
They're everywhere. Beware.
We'll get to the bottom of this. And what do you think about the theory that the inlet was cut by a sea monster in 1933?
No, it was created by the hurricane. Everybody knows that.
A hurricane, but we have reports that it was that's actually a cover-up, and it was created by a sea monster.
Oh, another conspiracy theory. I am so sick of these conspiracy theories. You're all nuts.
Ma'am, hold on a sec. Hey, anybody see a sea monster out there? Two? Where? Where'd you see it? Here we see an actual aerial photo of the inlet being created in 1933. You can clearly see the sea monster at the top of the photo with his head to the right, humpback and pectoral fin in the center, and tail to the left.
As Professor Emeritus of the University of What's the Matter You, I have taken the footage and digitally enhanced it to show this image.
Mr. Tolfart, is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Well, there's one more peculiar thing about this. I just happened to be in 1987 when they were dredging the inlet to make it deeper. I was on one of the dredge boats, and when they were dredging, some bones came up. Long bones. Now, not a full type of hand, but they were long, and I dug them up, took them out of the dredge, and took them home, cleaned them up, and pieced them together the best I could. And that hand was about, oh my God, 3.5 feet long. I still have those bones.
Where are they located now, sir?
Well, that was a long time ago, but they're in a box in my closet. I've kept them there. I showed them to a couple people, and they've never seen anything like it.
So there you have it. This is investigative reporter with breaking news, Flake Newsman reporting live in Ocean City Inlet for OCTV. Where's our OCTV sign? Did you forget to put it on the mic again? Where's William? Where's William when you need him?
Wow. Well, that was some report. We'll be right back after this break. Do you believe this crap?